Hey guys and gals, Patrick with you for another bot hack. What are we talking about today? 2 apps, how you combine them that is going to drastically increase your execution speed, both in building bots and across the board. And really, when it comes right down to it, help you live a more thorough and fulfilled 2019. It's a ridiculous claim, but to be honest with you, if I had to make a list of my top 5 apps, top 5 applications, programs, whatever the heck you want to call them, that are running on my PC, app number 2 and today makes it into the top 5, probably even into the top 3, might even be into the top 2. Let's get into it. App number 1, Emoji Keyboard by Emoji One, Chrome extension for the uninitiated. You can install it, add it to Chrome. You click this little horse icon looking thing, pops up this lovely little keyboard. You can search for emojis on here, way quicker. Pretty much everybody knows about this already, but maybe you're new and you don't, and you're like, what the heck is that? So this is what it is. It's awesome. You should totally get it. App number 2, though, app number 2 is what's called a Clipboard Manager. And what's a Clipboard Manager?
Why do they call him the bullet dodger? Because he does his bullets heavy.
Exactly. A Clipboard Manager manages your clipboard. Now, most of my experience do not know what a Clipboard Manager is and are likely not running one. Maybe you are running one, in which case you're awesome. But if you haven't, let me show you briefly. And I've got this little bot thing built up. I said, hi, Patrick, visit my website. Call me at 867-5309. So let's just say I take the hi, Patrick. I copy that because I want to use it lower. The way the clipboard works is you press paste, you copy that, there it is, right? Okay, great. Let's just delete that. So that just does one in, one out. If I was to copy the next bit and come down here, it would paste that and the hi, Patrick would be gone, right? So let me just copy this third one and show you. So what a Clipboard Manager does is it extends the clipboard. So you can see I just got all of that stuff that I copied, and I could potentially go, hi, Patrick. And I can say, visit my website, and then come down here and do that, right? So it gives me this running tally. It basically keeps like the history of your clipboard in lines, and you can go and recall it and search it and do a bunch of stuff. Now, the one I use is for PC. It's open source, completely free. It's called Ditto Clipboard Manager. I can put a link in wherever you put links in these things, and I'll put it there. I know that there's open source ones for Mac as well. I'm sure there's probably paid ones for Mac and PC. I don't know why I got stuck on this one. I did, but this is the one that I use, and I love it, and it just works. And so let me show you how you can combine it with this Emoji One keyboard. And just for the uninitiated, for the ones that don't know why you want the Emoji One keyboard, like obviously you're going to use emojis in your bot. The last thing you want to be doing is going to this thing, because look at it. Look at how long it takes to load. It's lagging. There's no search engine here. You're scrolling up and down to find the things where it's like, I just want the pray hands. Where are the pray hands? Can you find the pray hands? Oh, okay, there's the pray hands. Versus this one, I think you can just type pray. Can you? Yeah, you can. And boom, there's the pray hands, and you've got them, and you paste them in, right? Oh, look at that. So that's the limitation with this Emoji One keyboard, which is kind of annoying. So let me just show it. So I find that my bot building, why I like this one specifically, is that like on this Emoji One keyboard, you have to square this off every time. And so like, let's say I'm going to use it one, and I'm going to use the beers, and I'm going to use these. This thing like keeps copying and makes a row. And so I'm constantly pasting emojis in and be like, all I want is the rocket. Get rid of the rocket. Get rid of the rest of them. So that's that, right? So that's the Emoji One keyboard. So how do you use it in conjunction with the keyboard extension? Let me just show you. What I would do is I'll come in here and you know what I find mostly in my bot building, maybe you're the same, maybe you're not, but you know, notwithstanding special purposes here, there's like the basic emojis that you use, right? Like let's say you're going to use some numbers, you're going to use the rocket, you're going to use beer, you're going to use this one. And I have to select this individually. So let me just show you. So one off. And so each time I click these things, I'm putting them to the clipboard. Let's use that. Let's use that. Let's use that. Let's say I'm going to use that check word just to give myself another check word. I'm going to use this one. So what I've done is I've sent all of those to my Clipboard Manager, right? And what I can end up doing is do this, and with 2 clicks, it lets me have this thing always on top. And you can see it's got all of these emojis that I've just selected individually here. So it's like I can go, hi, Patrick, and click that one, and it's in there. Visit my website, cnn.com. Let's just say I point that way. Call me at 867-5309, and I'll put the pray hands, and it's like, click here, and I just go right back to this thing, and it's always on top, and it just gives me a really, really quick way to basically access that particular emoji. It's like, My product is gonna deliver. And what do you do here? You do the question mark. This, and then you can just do it. Now it's just in there and it automatically this. Are you interested? I'm probably spelling that wrong. Cheers, right? So combined, when you combine it with the emoji keyboard and the fact that this thing always runs on top, you're left with this always on top list of whatever emojis you use on a regular basis. And I find that this doing it just like I did, just like I showed you, keeping this thing always on top drastically speeds up my bot building. And every once in a while, if I've got to go back here, yeah, great. But during the course of building and remembering, I find that I've like, once this thing gets stacked up, I'm constantly pasting and deleting, which is the real reason why I use this. You know, they need to fix this. If somebody knows this developer, tell them to stop. Give a feature here where you don't have to do this, and maybe I wouldn't use this so much. But also a clipboard manager in general, just in terms of how much time this thing saves me with my tasks going throughout the year, copying and pasting redundant stuff, and being able to go back like and even search for passwords, search for names, search for specific things, even where you know, like just a character. I don't want to go through my history because it's private, but it's so insanely powerful. It's an amazing little piece of equipment, and I think it is really speeding up my own bot building with this always on top and just going through just like I showed you. So highly recommend you get one. Highly recommend you run one all year long. As always, thanks for listening to the Bot Hack. And you know what? If you're watching this on YouTube, most of you are. Well, if you're on YouTube watching it, leave me a comment or leave me in the comment below in Messenger. I'm super curious. Were you running the Clipboard Manager before you saw this? Thanks, and as always, have a great day. Thanks for checking out that video. I hope you got a ton of value out of it. If you did, I would be elated, thrilled, over the moon. If you consider subscribing, you can do that by hitting the subscribe button below. Also, this entire operation is about bots. I mean, what are we doing here? So the best way to learn about it, to see the best stuff that I share, is to get into my bot. You can do that by pulling out your phone. It's in your pocket right now. Open Messenger. Search for Bots for the Win. Click Get Started, and I'll see you in the bot. I share a ton of unique killer stuff in there. Patrick, Bots for the Win. Thanks for watching my video on YouTube. The question becomes, what are you going to do next? Are you going to watch a new one? Because
it'd be a lot cooler if you did.